Hi everyone, I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Tricia Heals. I'm your psychic bestie, and you're listening to Your Psychic Bestie Hotline. I'm about to do a card pull for you all, and I'm asking our angel team to step forward and what do the people listening to this need to hear today. No matter what day you're tuning in, I have my cards here, and the messages will be meant for you. I hope that sounded satisfying. Let me see what the message is. Okay, right away, what I'm tuning in and getting from your spirit team is that it might feel like you're pouring a lot of your energy and your time into things that aren't also filling your cup. Maybe that's in a relationship or a job. I'm even hearing if you have been thinking about switching jobs. Now, with the new year coming up, this is a time to let go and definitely have new beginnings, and just know that all the steps you have taken to get to where you are right now will pay off. So if you start a brand new job, just know that that's okay. You had to go through all of your experiences to land you where you are meant to be. You're putting your energy into something. So whatever you thought of when I said that, that is definitely the message for you. And it's precious. Your energy is so precious. But what they're showing is that you're pouring it and it's not, how do I describe this? Because they're showing me like a whole movie. What you're doing is pouring your energy into something, but it's just not also giving you back positive energy. So this is your sign to always follow the light. Follow what makes you happy and then try and flip what's going on in your life. Start making it so that you feel like everything works in your favor. That no matter how much energy you put out, you're also getting so much back in return. You're getting so much love and light. And if you're not feeling like that is your case right now, start today. Start putting your resume out there or start taking people out of your life that don't belong in your space anymore. Yeah, that's exactly the message, is to be free. And it's okay if you have to. They're even showing like putting your hair up in a bun, and maybe sometimes you don't, you always have it down. They want you to be brave and bold. So that was the collective message for today. Let me know in the comments if that resonated with you, and tell the universe I'm ready to start filling my own cup. You guys, this past week flew by. I feel like I just posted the last episode, and now we're already on to episode 6, which is one of my favorite numbers. It is my birthday on the 6th. So every time I see that number, it just makes me smile, and I feel connected to my soul and just who I am deep inside. Hi everyone! The last clip that you just heard was recorded, I think, a week ago, and it's making me emotional because that message I channeled was meant for me. So I did take a little time off of the mic. I didn't get to post last week, and honestly, being able to hear all of the messages that I have given my clients has really helped me in this time where, again, like I said, it's 2025 and we're ending. That's a 9 year. I say it in every episode because we're really closing chapters. We're really getting ready for the fresh start of the new year. And usually the new year doesn't always seem like a fresh start. For example, I feel like everyone just goes back to school and the fresh start is September when it's fall. And for me, I always saw that the seasons really felt like change. When it started getting warm out, that felt like a new year, that I was starting something fresh. But with this 1 year coming, so 2026, if you add up all the numbers, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. And it's also the year of the horse. This year was the year of the snake, meaning shedding, letting go what doesn't serve us, and feeling free. So throughout this whole year of 2025, I really resonate with that we had to let go of things that don't serve us. And hearing the message I said, I think it was a week ago, maybe I recorded that a little over a week ago, it just really touches my heart because just know that when I'm on this mic, I am channeling for this whole collective, this beautiful community that I call Tricia Heals. We're all in this together. And when I was going through it this week, I had to just remember that I give all of this advice to all of you in our sessions that I'm channeling, and I have all these beautiful messages. So this week it was my time to also receive the messages and listen to the guidance from the universe. I can even feel an angel right now, probably my dad, right over my head, comforting me. But again, just know that I had all of you in the back of my mind this week because I kept saying, how could I be here channeling messages and helping people find the highest version of themselves if I'm not also? So just know that we all are going through challenges. I love listening to this podcast because the messages will always come to you when you need. So I'll also replay my episodes when I'm driving or just whenever I feel called to it. And something funny that happened before I just went through something was a few weeks ago. I listened to me talking and channeling. I said, it's so fun to go through these life challenges. We come here and we're here for school for the soul. It's so fun that we get to learn. And then when I had to go through a challenge this past week, I was crying and I said, it's not fun. So just know that even if your psychic medium or the person that you're getting advice from seems so positive, saying everything happens for a reason, all of these different messages that we always hear when we're going through something hard, they are probably right that it all is happening. It's divine timing. You had to go through that life lesson, but it is hard. So that's okay to know that your feelings are valid. The tears that you're letting go is good. Just like the snake, you have to shed and let go what doesn't serve you because now we're turning a new chapter. If you're going through something hard right now, you are not alone. There are so many people that have also experienced your feelings. So if you don't have someone to talk to, start writing in a journal. You always can talk to your angels. If you feel uncomfortable talking to them out loud, I know sometimes if you don't see an angel, it might feel funny to just talk out loud to them, but they hear you. So you're never actually alone. You have your angels guiding you, and a visual they're showing right now is that they're actually holding your hand and taking the next step with you. So again, I just want to emphasize you're never actually alone. Let me just put my hand on my heart and make sure that I tune in for the highest purpose of all of you listening. All of the messages coming out right now are for you. You were meant to find this podcast. So I'm just asking our angel team, what do we need to know in this time? If you're struggling, or maybe in the future a struggle will come upon you. It will, because we all have to go through these lessons. It is never always perfect. Like on Instagram, you might be seeing only the highlight reels, but just know, even I have to go through life lessons, and in the moment, it really, really sucked. It felt like I didn't want to have to go through those lessons, but I'm at the other side where now I can see very clear. I know that I just have to keep hoping that the next year will truly be the new beginnings, and I'm already seeing that. We're getting closer and closer to the new year, and really, what is not serving us will leave you. The job, like I said last week, if you are struggling in your job, you need to make room for the new job that will make you so much happier. I've wanted to say 10 times happier, but really it's even 100 times happier. If you have a friendship that you're struggling with, or if you are renting somewhere and maybe your lease is about to be up, just know that it's okay to feel your emotions when you go through these hard life changes. You'll have to find a new place to live, and that's okay. Everything is so meant to be, and we are really here for school for the soul. So now this is me channeling again. They're very protective of us. They want us to feel happy and healthy. And just know I'm always here for you, and I've had to learn so many life lessons, and I'm with you guys this week. It hit me hard, but that's the universe for you. We are always learning, and I am so happy that I've met so many of you this year on Zoom because while I had to go through something challenging, I kept hearing my messages from my mouth that I channeled for you guys. And in my head, that gave me courage and it helped me get through it because, again, I had to help you guys get through things. And I just saw 333 on my recording. But again, I had to help you guys this year get through loss and just changes and different things going on in your families. And I love that I that I had this whole year with you guys because it really is making me a better person and making my time on earth here worth it. It's so exciting that I can learn with you and that I started this community because that's what we really are. I love when I post a video on TikTok. My TikTok is Tricia.Heals1. And when I post on Instagram at Tricia.Heals, I love seeing you guys commenting. I have one of my clients sent me on a comment such a beautiful message. So if you're listening to this, all of the people from there, hi! And I'm so happy that you're here. I'm excited to get back on TikTok Live. That's where I definitely connect with you guys the most, and I find a lot of my clients find me. The universe aligns us at the right time. Again, I can feel our angels just giving us so much love right now. So if you felt maybe something on your right side by your ear, like a little itch is what I describe it, that was your angel. It's probably their orb hovering over you, and what I call it is a kiss from your angel because that's what it really is. But what I was saying is that, see, I'm losing track. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm talking to you all on the phone. And thank you so much for being here because when I had to go through this past week, I knew that I wasn't truly alone. I still have my outlet to be creative. I'm putting out this episode. And that also leads me to something that I kept channeling when you have something going on in your life, even a hard day, the best thing you can do is have routine. So for me, I had my set schedule with work. I still showed up to work. I'm a sign language interpreter. And honestly, by having the challenge happen in my life, I was able to get more opportunities because my energy now could be focused on something else, if that makes sense. So I had all these beautiful jobs that were sent to me, and this week I helped so many different people while I was interpreting as a sign language interpreter. So again, it is so hard to go through something, but just know that now your energy is opening up to the highest version of yourself. If you are able to learn and grow, you will always keep finding better opportunities and spaces that you can be yourself, spaces that you will grow. So I am grateful for my routine. And that's my advice for you that I'm channeling. If you are going through just a hard day, a hard time, a hard period in your life, it could be a year long, it could be years long that you have to struggle with someone. Sometimes you can't always say bye and they leave. If you have kids with them, that's a perfect example of being with them for 18 years. So, whenever this hits you and you are having a challenging day, always go back to your routine. Something else that was amazing. Sorry, I'm coughing. I feel like that's another sign that my throat chakra is acting up. That's a message coming in right now, divine timing, that they want you to. It's my dad. His advice for everyone is that you always have to speak your truth, is what he just said. And he's saying that when one door closes, another door will open. So just know that if you're afraid to leave or move on or maybe change a major, if you're not happy at school and you're listening to this and you really want something else, you're drawn to something else, no matter what that is. My dad wants you to know that you can open the door and be able to step into what I heard is a beautiful new reality. So we always make our luck. And that's such a phrase that when I was in college, I had a calendar where every day I would peel the paper and then the next day had a quote behind it. And I would peel that paper and I saved that one. It said, make your own luck or make your luck. And that really stood out to me because some people will always be the victims in their life. Nothing ever goes right. But in this community, you guys are all manifestors, and here we're learning that we make our luck. We decide if we have a great day or not. So this past weekend, I actually posted a beautiful Instagram story and a post that said, may you find happiness and peace. And that could be in anything. I remember a few weeks ago channeling a message for someone to go get their favorite drink. And that really hit home for them in that session. But I'm saying it again here. They're showing me that message that we need to find what makes us have peace. I kept watching YouTube dance videos and I'm in my apartment alone dancing, and it really is healing me and just so fun. And it gives you something to look forward to when you're having a hard time, no matter what that is again. We all will have hard times, and the last few episodes where I said it's so fun to go through these challenges, I'm also here to honor you and let you know that yes, it will be fun eventually because you can see how much you have grown, and eventually you'll say, of course I had to do that. I had to make that decision. But in the moment, I just want to emphasize it might not feel fun for you. And I know it's not fun in the moment, but it is divine. So I hope that you all had to hear that message that everything is so divine. We are never alone, and we are so guided by our spirit team. I'm also reading again. So my story with reading has been amazing. This year, I think I mentioned this before, but I opened that portal of books and being able to read. And before that, it was probably March. I did not like reading. I hated it. Ever since I was a little girl, hated reading. And the first book that I was just flipping through the pages, I couldn't put it down, was Signs by Laura Lynn Jackson. And I actually just met her and was able to get that book signed a few weeks ago. My mom and I went to her book signing. But the whole point of this message is I stopped reading that book towards the end and I started reading all these other books. And honestly, and that was in June, is when I started discovering all of these new books. I'm in this new world, and I just picked that book back up, Signs, and the message I needed to hear was at the page that I left off. It is so, so, so divine. Everything we do has a purpose, and we might not know it in the moment, but I did find a lot of comfort reading her book. And then I also have her book guided. And yeah, so I'm excited to read that. And now I'm losing my voice again. I probably haven't been talking this much in a while. Well, that's not always true because, again, I'm a sign language interpreter. My job is to talk on the mic. But let me sit back down and tune in, and I'll hit re record and see what else the universe has for us. Okay, I'm back. It is a day later. I had such a beautiful day yesterday. I spent a lot of quality time with my mom and my sister, and my mom and I went to go see Annie, and it was so good. Again, another message is that you just have to have things that you look forward to. Fill your days with things that you just align with and that make you smile. Another message coming through. I have a new deck of cards in front of me, and what your angels want you to know is that you have to bring order into your life. So, my biggest piece of advice is to focus on one part that you would like to clean in your space. This could be your closet, it could be the bathroom, anywhere. You pick, no limits. You get to pick anything that you want to clean. Maybe it's a bookshelf and you want to just reorganize the books and put it in a certain color coordinated system, or whatever you think of to help you just heal yourself, but also make an environment that feels clean and ready. We're all meant to be here so that we can create and have fun, but also feel safe. So if we're living in a safe place, and I'm picturing also to say a beautiful place. You have to make your space beautiful and somewhere where you feel comfortable. So I hope that you needed to hear that sign as well, that even putting your clothes in the hamper or washing your clothes and putting them away, just pick something, and you don't have to clean everything, but every day do a little bit, or spend the weekend, and maybe you have a few days off with the holidays. So you could just put on your calendar a specific time and a place that you want to focus on and just start making it feel like home. That's the message coming out to all of us, is that we have to bring order to our life, but also create a structure and make sure that we're able to feel like we can enjoy the space. Makes you feel comfortable and at peace. Okay, the next beautiful message coming in is to make your wish. Don't wait for the future to happen. Start believing in the dream life that you want. So right now, think about what your dream life, your highest potential could look like. And honestly, the universe will always provide, and you have to tell the universe, show me how good it gets, because it could be even better, way better than you have even imagined. But what they want me to say is to start believing. You have to just believe that everything will work out. So the person listening to this, whatever is going on in your life right now that you're struggling with, start making wishes and believing, which I don't call it a wish. I just believe that it's actually happening. My best example of this is when I get sick, which I don't even want to put that into the universe right now. I'm so healthy. But what I always tell my body, I always say out loud 100 times, is I am healthy. I feel so healthy, even though in the past I was really sick. And I actually have cured. I have put myself into remission from my autoimmune diseases. So just know that you can as well. You can be whatever you want. You just have to say it and you have to truly believe whatever you want. This is your dream life and you have to live in it. And right after saying that, my spirit team and your whole spirit team flashed a book that I just finished reading it a few weeks ago. And I first they showed me the quote and it said, "You can be your own main character. Like be the main character of your own show." And then I stopped to think, what was that? What was that from? Where did I hear that or see that? And then I realized they showed me the book I read from Nia from Dance Moms. And oh my God, it was such a great story. The whole point of her saying that phrase and living by that is that it's okay to take up space. It's okay to have your needs and you can't lower them for someone else. And in that case, it was the environment, it was the TV show, and all of the people that were not treating her right. But apply that to your life as well. You can be the main character and you should be the character of your own show. Your life is your own show or like a movie. I always say my life feels like a movie, and honestly, we have to just take that main role, and it's okay to take up space. I can't make this up, but what I just channeled is the song from Annie that said, which I don't like singing out loud, but where she says the sun will come out tomorrow. And I'm sure you guys all know that song. But the point is, the sun will always shine. It will always get brighter and like your life will get brighter. No matter what you're going through right now, when you wake up the next day, the sun will always come out and shine. The last part of this episode that I want to mention is what they're showing me that you have to have community. This year has taught me that I could make so many friends. I literally have such great friends, and they've really been able to help just keep my spirits alive. And every time I get a message from them, I laugh, I smile. And even if you have friends that don't live in the same state, that's also okay. It's just okay to have a network of people that are always supporting you. But I'm showing you as a spider web. You have to make sure that you're connected to all these different places and people because when something goes wrong, you need to be able to be held up. And they're saying right now, your whole spirit team is saying that sometimes it will rain, it will pour, and that web might get knocked down. Maybe you don't talk to someone for a few days, but that's okay because you will rebuild just like a spider has to make their web, and you'll put all your work and everything that is in your soul into creating your life and creating things that you're proud of, just like the web. But then again, later in life, I'll have more challenges pop up, and that will just I felt like saying damage my web. I hope you guys are following along. But what I just saw is 111 new beginning. So no matter how many times the web will be destroyed or knocked down or a little piece hanging off, I have the power to make my life stable, is what I just heard. So even though things are always changing and we're always getting thrown different life lessons at us all the time, we have to be able to have routine. I am able to put on a dance video every single day and dance and laugh and sweat and let my body heal. And that's the power I have. Your power can never be taken away from you because you are in control. I hope this was such a beautiful episode for you to listen to. They really just want me to tell you that you have to be able to fill your own cup. And especially parents right now, or even all year, but with the holidays, tend to want to make sure that everything goes right and everything is okay and magical. But it's okay to know that things might not go right. It's okay if you ever mess up because we are learning. It's all life lessons. I'm even hearing right now that we have to plant the seed. And when we plant, what they're showing me is like picture the seeds that you get, but we don't know what the plant is. And you have to just have faith that if you put it in the ground and you plant, which I don't plant, maybe I should start planting. I think that would help me. But what they're showing me is that you have to put it into the earth, You have to cover it up with dirt and use your tools to dig it first and then put it in and then get your hands dirty. You have to put the little seed into the earth and then you trust that the earth will provide and the seed will grow. It will make roots and be strong and the water will go into this plant and give it nutrients and the little seed you put in will become a huge, beautiful plant and flower. And that's what they're showing about us, that we have to just trust that the hard work we're doing, we're getting our hands dirty, we're planting, putting our trust into the universe, that eventually by the springtime, by next year, 111, new beginnings, January 1st, 2026, which equals a 1 year, that all of these life lessons we had to go through this year of shedding and letting go will pay off. And our spring will shine so bright what I'm hearing. And oh my God, Annie is coming through so hard. They said shine bright like the top of the Chrysler building. And that's what I just heard. Our spirit team is so divine. It is so amazing. They make me laugh literally all the time. But anyway, just know that everything will work out better than we can imagine. And I bet if someone went back and counted how many times I said divine, it's a lot, but I'll say it one more time. No promises. I might say it more, but everything is so divine. Today, I stood outside and I just felt the sun hitting my face. So I hope that you too are able to use the sun. Also, looking at the moon, it's a new moon and it is so, so, so powerful. New moon is a time where you can manifest, and this is perfect with the new beginnings, honestly. And then once it is a full moon, that is when you let go of what does not serve you. But if you're listening to this right now and it's a new moon, use that to your advantage. This is the time to manifest. Picture your dream life and just keep telling yourself that that is your life. Do not lower your standards or not value what you know is for your higher good, your highest purpose, your highest version of yourself. And then if you're listening to this in the future and it's a full moon, it's time to take steps and let go, walk away from what doesn't serve you. If it is a full moon, you can always put out into the world, which I'm also feeling called to saying you don't have to go to a full moon circle or this huge meditation and have a big practice. You can just start having these thoughts in your head, and that will also be life changing. But with the full moon, what I wanted to say is you have to just believe that you are letting go. If you don't believe, the universe will know. So, for example, when I do go to full moon circles, which that's really what helped activate my whole spiritual journey, but that's a whole another story. We had bay leaves and we held the leaf in our hands and we connected with it and we had to feel the pain, feel what we were letting go in the leaf. And I did this months ago, but it was so powerful. So what you do is you hold the leaf in your hand and you feel what you want to get rid of. And then what happens is when you burn the bay leaf, if you say something, but you're not actually feeling it, you don't believe that you're letting it go, it barely burns. It might not even go on fire. But when I tell you, I had to try a few times, and once I said it with confidence, I said what I was letting go, it blew up, like literally. And I just saw 444, so if that's your sign, that was meant for you. That's the full moon. So if you're listening to this right when I post it on this Tuesday, just know we're not doing that. We're manifesting. Perfect time for this episode. Brand new beginnings. And I'm sending you all so much love. If you have a favorite movie, a favorite song, whatever makes you happy, what your spirit team wants me to say is to put it on. Make time in your schedule for yourself. And I think when we go through these huge challenges, we're forced to have to take care of ourselves. And we can't be an autopilot. We can't just show up to work. We have to make sure that we're feeling okay before we go to work. It's not just a normal day. They're also saying that I'm seeing a lot of artistic creations coming your way. So maybe even if you go to the Dollar Tree, buy like, they're showing me a canvas. It could be anything. They're showing me computer paper. And just start creating. All you need is a pen. All you need is maybe one crayon. It does not have to be something crazy, but they want you to create. And they're saying get dirty, just like the plant. You have to enjoy life in order to get results and to feel happy and see a beautiful outcome. Wow. Okay, this was beautiful. I think this is my favorite episode ever. Thank you so much for all tuning in. I'm also a huge Swiftie, and this week we had 2 new episodes of her docu-series. If you're a Swiftie, I would love to talk about it with you. And she talked about the full moon, actually, I'm remembering. She is so spiritual, and if you're a Swiftie, that's also how I look at this whole universe with our angels sending us signs. That's equivalent to how she gives us Easter eggs, and she puts so much love into everything that she does. So when I watch the docu-series, I love that we're getting behind the scenes, and it really shows just that we're all human because we see Taylor Swift crying, laughing, getting hurt. She talks about breakups. She talks about having to move from city to city for all of these shows. Literally, she mentions so much. And I just put my hands on my desk. I never do this, but I separated all my fingers and I planted my hands on my desk and I just feel so much more grounded. Like what they're showing me is picture a duck with their feet, how it's webbed. That's how you should feel right now. So if you're sitting in your car, shake out your wrist. If you're sitting somewhere where you could put your hands on your lap, if you're in the car, just be safe. But wherever you are right now, they really want me to mention feeling grounded. So whether that's your hands that you're grounding or your feet, sitting tall, feeling your back stretch. When you sit up tall, it is such a great feeling when you feel that little crack and you feel like you're sitting up taller and just that you're stretched. Now I have my hands to my heart space, both of my hands. I feel so good right now. This is so much fun. I love talking to you guys. I definitely will get back on live. I'm seeing your DMs and your comments, and I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. My TikTok is Tricia.Heals1, and my Instagram is Tricia.Heals. I'm sending you all so much love. Your angels, the last message is to go drink water, go take care of yourself, eat, stretch, do an exercise that makes you happy. It could be dancing, it could be just jumping up and down, whatever you feel called to. Also, they're showing me a butterfly. So, again, this is a time where we have to just all transform. We're going into 2025. No, we're going into 2026. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Okay, they literally want me, they're really making me feel like we're in 2025. Guys, I'm laughing at myself right now. Okay, Spirit is taking over. Let me ask them. Before we end this beautiful episode, what does everyone have to hear? Okay, what they're showing me is the butterfly and how we have to go through all these different stages. And if you want, you can, everyone has free will. You can stay miserable or you can stay in these challenges. You could always act like the victim and feel like everything is against you. But then you won't become a beautiful butterfly. You won't get to the last stage where you get to fly around and be free. And what Spirit wants you to all know and take away from this is we have the power to be happy. We have the power to be free and make our own life story. Be the author of your own life, doing things that make you happy, and that will help you get through any challenging time. Any time where you feel lost or you feel alone, just know that you have this community, of course, but you have your own spirit team, your ancestors, your guides, any of your family members that guide you every single day. And also, what I just did was put my hand on my chest. They're really using my hands right now to keep me grounded. When I put my hand on my chest, I felt the vibrations of my voice, and it made me feel so calm that my own voice. Try it right now. Put your hand on your chest and just start talking. This is what we'll do. Ready, everyone? Copy me and say, Universe, show me how good it gets. Universe, show me how good it gets. Universe, show me how good it gets. And so it is, right now, right now, right now. And I hope that while you were saying that, you could feel your own vibration on your chest, calming you. And it's such a healing energy. We have to heal ourselves. But always know I'm here for you if you ever want a one-on-one session, if you ever are looking for Reiki or a psychic mediumship session, whatever you need, I am so open and flexible and I'm here for you. I know that we're all soul family and we're meant to cross each other's paths. So you didn't end up here randomly. Everything is divine. And that's the last time I'll say that this time. I feel like saying it one more time. You are so divine. Timing is divine. I'm sending you so much love, everyone. I'm giving you a big hug. This is my favorite number 6, and thank you for being here and helping me light up my soul. I'm so happy that we're on Earth at the same exact time, and maybe one day you'll hear this and I won't be here. Hi, in the future. I'm sending you all so much love. The most important thing is to always enjoy your time with yourself. So, if you have to sneak away from your family on the holidays just to take a deep breath, shake it out, feel your own love, that's valid, that's okay. But just know I love you all. I can't wait to see you on TikTok, Instagram, and all of my other links down below. It's super easy to book. You can just click on my Calendly link, and I have all of my sessions that are available. If nothing works on that link for you and you need a different time, please reach out to me. My email is somewhere in the link. My DMs are always open. And let's work together to find a time that works for you. Your angels want to talk to you. They always do, but they want you to be able to hear their messages. Okay, I'm sending you so much love. I hope you're having the best day ever. And thank you so much for being here. My name is Tricia Heals, and you're listening to Your Psychic Bestie Hotline. Bye, besties. I love you. Mwah.